1980 till 1980, China was a pure communist country. You should have some background. What do you mean by communist country? At present, what is happening in Kerala? That is the best example to make you understand. Kerala means they are following the communist system. Communist system means party is the leader. Whatever party takes, everybody has to follow. Nobody can object the party. Very, very sorry to state. If you are listening to the news, if you are reading the Kerala paper, every day there is a murder. Every day. So much murder is taking by political murder. I am talking about the political murder. College meme, campus meme, online, offline, everywhere. Lot of issues are happening. China was following this type of communism. You can say that for so many years. And government was very, very powerful. 1980 के पहले का China, boys, लोगों का कुछ भी खरीदने का permission नहीं है. People cannot buy the house of their own. They want the permission of the government. And there were only one type of car which was available in China. That was a Maruti car. That too, which was exported from India. And two Maruti cars were very common there. One was owned by the union leader and other was owned by the Chinese president. Then common logon ka vehicle kaun sa tha? Bicycle. Common people were using bicycle. Then there were no, this McDonald and this. Nowadays you can see there are so many outlets. This type of things were not existing in China. Everything was controlled by government. Why China 1980s ke baad globalization mein gaya, privatization mein gaya. Today's China is very different. Today China is having more than 5 to 6 bullet trains in the world, which even America does not have, for your information. And India, we know that we are fighting a lot for that one bullet train is going to come, connecting between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. So the advantage of bullet train, you are aware, it will travel like bullet. The speed is so much, you will be able to reach the destinations very quickly. And I told beginning, they have not heard about McDonald's. Today, China में कितना ज़्यादा McDonald's है, वो even Mumbai में भी नहीं है. And Shanghai is the capital, the financial capital of China. My point, why I am discussing this? China का policy ही totally change हो गया. In spite of all this fact, today world का best cars they are available in China. World का best roads that is available in China. Everything is available in China. Even then, people are not enjoying the freedom what we are enjoying. Young people have to understand. India, we are enjoying a lot of freedom, political freedom, economic freedom. My point of discussion is this. But fortunately or unfortunately, young people, you are only above 80, who is having the right to vote. That people are not aware what is happening in the country. So because of this reason, university is also, making this type of modules compulsory. Because we should know that what is the role of government. And we should know, are they doing their work properly? इतना ज़्यादा scams अभी भी होते रहता है. Madam, वो सब इसको मालूम है. That is our attitude. More than 70% of the population, they are not even aware what is happening in the country. I am telling you, last 1 week, let us take 1 week. There are 2 big scams which is happening, even though it is going on. One is, this, somewhere here I will write, ABG Shipyard. ABG Shipyard karke company, it's a very big company. That company has become bankrupt. And State Bank of India and other banks have given 23,000 crore. State Bank has given maximum loan to this company, ABG Shipyard. Whenever you get time, find out 23,000 crore mein kitna zero hai. एन डालने पर रॉन्ग हो जाएगा. That's why I'm not, that many zeros are there. And वो ABG shipyard का जो person है, he has already left India. He has become a Singapore citizen. And here, the banks which have given money to him, they are in problem. This is one example I told you. It's a serious issue now. Second problem is, as a young people, you should understand. You might have heard about NSE, otherwise you are hearing today. National Stock Exchange. सुना गया? वो किधर है National Stock Exchange? Tantra Kurla complex में. Young people, you are right. BKC में. NSE, one of the best buildings you can see. NSE का बाजू में there is another beautiful building, that is SEBI. SEBI and NSE are, just like twin towers, they are standing. One next to each other. SEBI का duty है to control NSE as well as BSE. For your information, Bombay Stock Exchange is Fort का side में, VT side, University के पीछे. That is Bombay Stock Exchange. NSE is #1 in the world in terms of derivative trading. Derivative trading में that boys, derivative trading में world का #1 है NSE. And NSE means a big scam is going on now, very big scam. That's the reason I am telling you, you young people, God's sake, you read it. Because you, in the sense, educated लोगों का ये हालत होने पर, what about the uneducated people? So, because the fiscal policy of the government is very, very important. NSE का scam क्या है? We are not going to discuss because वो पूरा दिन का कहानी है. NSE का first women CEO was, there was a women CEO for, NSE. Okay, her name was Chitra Ramakrishnan. Okay, she was the first women CEO of NSE. Very capable lady, chartered accountant by profession. She was controlling, or she was leaking the entire crucial information of NSE to a yogi in Himalaya. Madam, आपने क्या बोला? मैं भी वही पूछ रही, मैंने क्या बोला? हाँ, Chitra Ramakrishnan, who was the CEO, she was the CEO from 2013 to 2016. 2016 में she resigned, and during this 3-year period, NSE का जो crucial information है, everything was sent by email to a yogi in Himalaya. Himalayan yogi, आप Google में search करो, Himalayan yogi and NSE scam. इतना सारा आपको messages मिलेगा. There was an invisible figure. You know that yogi means sannyasi. And she was sending emails every day. And the yogi was sending emails to her every day. This email is relating to what? The crucial data transfer of NSE. I don't think world में anywhere such a big scam has happened. Then you will ask, Madam, 2016 के बाद अभी आप क्यों बात करते हैं? 2022 में Ernst & Young, Ernst & Young is a very big company, investment banker company. They have submitted a report. That report has come on 21st February. Not February, today is 21st now. It has come on 18th. 18th February, Ernst & Young has submitted the report. उसके बाद आप देखो, टीवी चालू करो, न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ो, सब जगह में this news is coming. The issue is NSE is supposed to represent the best in the world. So many ordinary investors are, buying and selling to NSE. And आप कॉमर्स में पढ़ते हैं something known as corporate governance. आपका कॉमर्स पेपर में आप किधर भी पढ़ा होगा corporate governance. Corporate governance means everything should be transparent. Accountability होना चाहिए. ये सब my point of view is इतना ज़्यादा इंडिया, ये तो 1-2 example है, ऐसा बहुत सारा पीछे आएगा. लेकिन we are not even aware. मीडिया अपना माइंड से जो चाहिए वो कवर करेगा. अभी मीडिया is so much behind UP election. यूपी में कितना हिंदू है, कितना मुस्लिम है, that is the main consideration. हाँ, वो योगी आदित्यनाथ ने कौन सा रिलीजन के बारे में कौन सा दिन बात किया. And so what is happening is, and there are other states are also going for election. So our main attention is getting diverted. And remember, democracy means citizen have to be very alert. Citizen have to be very active. Tomorrow you will choose a company which is having very good name and fame. How do you know that the company ka directors are all the rogues? They have taken money from the bank and they are not returning the money. And सब लोग इंडिया छोड़कर कौन सा भी फॉरेन कंट्री में जाकर बैठेगा, फिर तो 10-20 साल तक वापस आएगा ही नहीं. बिकॉज दूसरा कंट्री में जाकर बैठने पर उधर से इधर लाना इतना इजी नहीं है. विद इन योर ओन कंट्री ओनली यू कैन नॉट कैच द पीपल. अब बाहर जाकर किसको पकड़ कर लाएगा? So that's the reason I'm telling you this module is very important from the point of view of young people like you who are going to work tomorrow, who are going to earn money tomorrow. आपका hard earned money आप शेयर मार्केट में डालता है. सपोज दैट एनएसई के जैसा बड़ा बड़ा एक्सचेंजेस ही यही गलती करके बैठने पर कॉमन मैन का सिचुएशन क्या है? अभी का इश्यू में बैंक में यू कैन नॉट पुट द मनी बिकॉज बैंक इज गिविंग यू 5% रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. बैंक का फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट का रेट ऑफ रिटर्न इज 5%. 5% में यू कैन नॉट सर्वाइव इन द कंट्री. देन दूसरा किधर डालेगा? So that is why the young people, they are all opening the demat account and entering into the share market, especially during the COVID period. But this month you are aware that LIC is coming out with their biggest IPO. This Life Insurance Corporation of India is owned by government. First time government is going to sell 5% of the share of LIC. Young people, LIC के जैसा इतना बड़ा कंपनी को प्राइवेटाइज करना, इट्स अ वेरी वेरी लॉन्ग स्टोरी. सो मैडम ये सब हमको तो मालूम ही नहीं है. आप तो इतना मैसेज इंफॉर्मेशन देता है, हम कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, भूल भी जाएगा लेक्चर के बाद. ओके, बट द रीजन इज पब्लिक फाइनेंस में यू विल स्टडी व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ ए सेंसिबल गवर्नमेंट एंड व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ ए ड्यूटीफुल सिटीजन. हम आंख बंद करके बैठने पर एक सिचुएशन ऐसा आ जाएगा, कॉमन मैन विल बिगिन टू सफर एंड द गवर्नमेंट विल कोलैप्स. व्हेन बिग बिग स्कैम्स आर कमिंग आउट, अल्टीमेटली व्हाट विल हैपन? गवर्नमेंट विल कोलैप्स बिकॉज़ फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, दे आर द पल्स ऑफ द कंट्री. तो वो फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन में कुछ हो गया, देन द थिंग्स विल बी बियॉन्ड आवर कंट्रोल. So that is the reason I have given you a background. So here we are going to discuss about fiscal policy. First and foremost, you write the first line is giving the meaning. Dekho, who has put the annotation for me? Madam का call में annotation डालने का है. ठीक है. What do you mean by fiscal policy? Or the first line, take down and underline. Fiscal policy is a part of government policy, first line, which is dealing with tax policy, then second public expenditure, third public debt. Fiscal policy is dealing with three things. Point number one, it is a government policy. Aap aur main banayega nahi. It is a part of government policy. It deals with three things. One is tax, second is public expenditure, third is borrowing. That is fiscal policy, tax, expenditure and borrowing. That is what we are studying in public finance. We have studied about taxation, we have studied about expenditure, we have studied about public debt, internal debt, external debt, ये सब हमने पढ़ दिया. My question is, what is monetary policy? ये तो fiscal policy है. Yes, correct. You have somebody are telling that's the correct answer. Side में लिखो. Monetary policy is the policy. Monetary policy is the policy dealing with money. Monetary policy is the policy dealing with money and money supply. Dealing with money and money supply. And it is controlled by RBI. It is money and money supply. And it is controlled by RBI. Controlled by RBI. There are two policies. One is monetary policy, other is fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is controlled by government, Monetary policy is controlled by RBI, Central Bank of the country. अभी आप देखो, modern economies, government deals with fiscal policy and central bank deals with monetary policy. मैं अभी बोला, government is dealing with fiscal policy and central bank, India का central bank is known as RBI. Okay, so central bank is controlling the monetary policy. The Great Depression of 1930 in the United States proved that free market economy is a failure and it can cause depression. ये तो आपने module 1 में पढ़ा. 1930 there was a big depression in US. 1930 का depression दुनिया को क्या सिखाया? Free market economy is a failure. Government should be there to control the activities of the state. So 1930 तक वर्ल्ड का पॉलिसी अलग था, 1930 का आगे वर्ल्ड का पॉलिसी अलग है. ओके, till 1930 the role of government was minimum. Till 1930 role of government was minimum. Role of government was minimum. Next line we go. In 1930, role of government was minimum. In 1930, there was the Great Depression. In 1930, there was the Great Depression in USA. In 1930, I am repeating, there was the Great Depression in USA. In USA. Again, change the line. Great Depression has proved. Great Depression has proved. P-R-O-V-E-D. Great Depression has proved that market economy is a failure. Market economy is a failure. Failure. Market economy is a failure. F-A-I-L-U-R-E. Market economy is a failure. Now both are same. Market economy and free market economy both are same. Market economy is a failure. Free market economy and market economy are same. Okay, don't get confused. And the role of government became very significant. Role of government became very significant. Underline there also. Role of government became very significant. Role of government became very significant. Paragraph change karo. After 1930, government has become very powerful agency. Government has become very powerful agency. Very powerful agency. Abhi 3-4 sentences you have written that you put it in a box because they are very, very important. The entire module is dealing around it. The last 3-4 lines, 1930 depression and all that. After 1930, government became very powerful agency. Okay. Now we are taking the current scenario. That is 2019 March. Or you can say 2020 March. Nobody wants to even remember that date. 25th March 2019. Yeah, correct. Government has declared the lockdown. We were meeting like this on the previous day. Your exams were going on. Then you went home. All on a sudden, Prime Minister appeared from blue. And we were listening to the Prime Minister. A lockdown. Nobody understood the seriousness. Even today, we are not fully free from that, pandemic situation. My point is the entire world suffered, not only that India suffered, but none of the economy collapsed. You are listening this very carefully. None of the economies collapsed. 1930 डिप्रेशन से भी बहुत बड़ा था ये कोविड का इश्यू, इसलिए उसको कोविड महामारी बुलाता है. इट्स ए ग्लोबल पैंडेमिक. फिर भी इकोनॉमी कोलैप्स नहीं हुआ. व्हाट इज द रीजन? Yes, young children, this is what you have to think. Everywhere you were reading, like this depression, 1930 depression, COVID ka period par many newspapers were writing. During the period of this COVID pandemic, world economy did not collapse. I did not say world economy did not suffer. Suffer to hua, but did not collapse. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई गवर्नमेंट गिर गया, उधर का प्राइम मिनिस्टर, they have changed the prime minister. Nothing of that sort has happened. Why? Because world has realized that only government can help this economy. That is, the role of government has become very powerful. आपने 5 साल के बाद आपका young brother and sister कॉलेज में आएगा, what time they will study? During this, global pandemic में government has become very powerful. उसके वजह से world did not, suffer government failure. You don't have to write, you are simply listening. The world has become, or government has become very powerful, and it is known as bailout plan. All the government has provided bailout plan. English में we will call it bailout plan, BAIL. Bailout plan मतलब क्या है? आपने देखा प्राइम मिनिस्टर, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर नेशन को एड्रेस करता था. जो लेबरर्स इंडिया से, मुंबई से यूपी गया, बंगाल गया, सबको बोला महीने में 1500 रुपये या 1000 रुपये अकाउंट में आएगा. ओके, और लोगों के लिए पेंशन देगा. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ बेल आउट प्लान. मतलब इकोनॉमी इज सफरिंग, वो पीरियड पर गार्डियन के जैसा गवर्नमेंट पिक्चर में आया, and government begin to issue the money to the people. That is known as bailout plan. America में they were calling it as checks. Government was giving checks to each and everybody whose income was below a particular level, including the student. आपको मालूम है अमेरिका में many students are going for higher studies, so everybody suffered. So सब लोगों के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने पैसा दे दिया. So because of this bailout plan, many people did not commit suicide. Otherwise, family चलाने का भी पैसा नहीं था. So that is the meaning of the role of government. Why this government is able to manage this pandemic? Because Great Depression has already taught the world. Free market economy cannot do anything. आप देखा है कुछ भी आने के पहले दुकान बंद करेगा, एयरलाइंस बंद होगा, सब कुछ बंद होकर घर में बैठेगा, वो लोग बाहर आएगा ही नहीं. So that time and the entire pandemic में आप देखा होगा one set of organization which was working throughout. March 25 के बाद भी एक set of organization ये अपना normal holiday छोड़कर दूसरा कौन सा भी holidays में वो लोग छुट्टी नहीं लिया. कौन सा organization? The banks. Of the government organizations were working, then the banks. एकदम maximum COVID का period, that phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, whatever we are calling, Delta 1, 2, 3, 4. So that beginning period में इतना dangerous था, that all the banks were working. Then similarly, when the COVID-2 has come, that period also, you imagine if somebody of yours are working in the bank, आपको मालूम है train बंद था, बस बंद था, फिर भी वो लोगों को बैंक पहुंचना ही चाहिए था. What is the reason? Bank is the financial backbone of the economy. एक दो महीने बैंक बंद होने पर इकोनॉमी का क्रैश हो जाएगा, इसलिए गवर्नमेंट बहुत सोच विचार करके वो लोगों को बुलाया. बहुत रिस्क के ऊपर, so many people died, all that. In addition, similarly, insurance companies were all working. Then you see that BMC, all the people in BMC were coming, disaster management team and all that. So what I am telling is government has to play a very important role in democracy. This has become very, very crucial after 1930. That's my point. उसके वजह से today world is in a position to face the global challenges. Because हम बोलते था मैडम क्या ये आता है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर आता है, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर आता है, बीच में स्टेट का चीफ मिनिस्टर Uddhav Thackeray was addressing. Without knowing Marathi also, we were also listening to that channel. Because हमको मालूम होना चाहिए कौन सा सेक्टर ओपन करता है, कौन सा सेक्टर बंद करता है. Everybody wants to know. So the government has to play a very, very important role. Government का role जब important हो गया only after 1930. That is what we are going to discuss here so far. Now, what are the objectives of fiscal policy? Fiscal policy का this का notes I will be sharing from the textbook. First one is optimum allocation of resources. Objective of fiscal policy. Again, I am repeating, fiscal policy means tax, expenditure, and debt. That is the meaning of fiscal policy. The three things. How does government use taxation? How does government use public expenditure? How does government use, borrowing power? How do they borrow the money? First is optimum allocation of resources. What do you mean by optimum allocation of resources, children? Because what is very important is economy में resources are limited. जो resources available हैं उसको best optimum use करना चाहिए. Resources are limited in the economy, so उसका maximum the best use होना चाहिए. And ये resources का use किधर से मालूम पड़ता है? Budget. Budget decides the allocation of resources. Budget decides the allocation of resources. Many colleges are organizing the talks on budget. आपको मालूम है अभी February में budget was presented in the parliament. Okay, earlier India में there were two budgets. One was a railway budget, second is a general budget. After BJP has taken power in the center, अभी एक ही budget है. That is known as general budget. Railway budget और finance bill दोनों finance budget दोनों में एक साथ आता है. So budget में they will decide. You know that budget is for the coming year. पिछले year का नहीं है budget. आने वाला साल का estimate है budget. So वो budget में government will decide. Agriculture को कितना पैसा देने का है, industry को कितना पैसा देने का है, hospital को कितना देने का है, school colleges को कितना देने का है. All that will be decided in the budget. That is why budget is known as income and expenditure statement. It is an estimated income and expenditure statement. Budget में the government is deciding. Budget में the most powerful two tools है लिखो. One is taxation. There are two tools in budget. Budget में there are two tools. One is taxation. Second is subsidy. One is taxation. Second is subsidy. Try to understand fiscal policy थोड़ा carefully listen करना पड़ेगा. Budget में there are two tools. Otherwise there are two instruments. उधर से only points you will get explanation and giving. One is taxation. Second is subsidy. They are very useful for resource allocation. Taxation में government को क्या decide करना पड़ेगा children? Whether to increase the tax or to decrease the tax. That is a challenging job. Tax increase करने का या decrease करने का. इसलिए अभी का budget was very popular. Government ने tax को touch नहीं किया. Because they know that people are already suffering because of this COVID. अभी tax बढ़ाने पर it will be very heavy for the people. So government did not, change the tax. Subsidy हमने बहुत बार discuss किया गया और एक बार करता है. Subsidy is the financial help given by government. Subsidy is the financial help given by government to the people. That is subsidy. And subsidy play a very, very crucial role. जब जरूरत चाहिए government subsidy देगा. जब जरूरत नहीं है government subsidy withdraw करेगा. अभी आपके लिए एक example बोलते 3-4 months before government has increased 250 rupees, the price of gas cylinder for the commercial use. घर का use के लिए नहीं, For the commercial use, government has increased the price of gas cylinder by 250 rupees. You can imagine, already commercial use ke liye they are paying higher, plus 250 rupees again. That was a very big blow on hotel industry. Why? Hotel industry to aapko malum hai, almost 2 years tak it was closed. Only take away food was allowed. Hotel में बैठकर खाना खाने के लिए अलाउ नहीं था. Allow करने पर भी 50% वगैरह था. So hotel industry was very badly suffering. In addition to that, government ने क्या किया? वो जो subsidy है वो कम कर दिया. इसलिए टैक्स का सिलेंडर का प्राइस बढ़ाया 250 rupees. So that was very heavy blow on the hotel industry. बाद में they met the government. And last, some 15-20 days before, government has taken away. ये जो ruling आया, इसको government ने निकाला. वो 250 rupees hike बाद में निकाल दिया. My point is, this is subsidy. मतलब government पैसा देगा. When they want to reduce the subsidy, they will increase the price. And abhi petrol, you know what you are seeing? How the petrol prices were going on increasing. क्या हुआ? अभी भी petrol का prices are increased. That last 2-3 benches का girls and boys, they are not listening, but I am just avoiding because it is their own choice. The question is, the last 1 week or say 10 days, you can see prices of petrol are again increasing. International level में prices of petrol are very high. Crude oil का price is very high. What is the reason? You know that any time Russia will attack Ukraine. Every young people should be aware. Madam, Ukraine kidhar hai? I told you Ukraine is a small country and earlier it was a part of USSR. Baad mein they got separated and Russia ka 1 lakh troops are already gone and situated near Ukraine. The moment Russia attack Ukraine, it will become a world war. And America is protecting Ukraine. Okay, today morning also you see that. They are asking Japan, Germany, France, they are all asking Russia, you take back that soldiers from Ukraine. Because एक बार attack चालू हो गया, आपको मालूम है, एक country Ukraine को support करेगा, दूसरा country Russia को support करेगा, it will become a world war. And because of this uncertainty, crude oil prices are increasing. ये सब मालूम नहीं होने पर, I told you, you are not fit to be the young people. You can call yourself as a old people. That is better, above 60. जिसके लिए कोई चिंता ही नहीं है, क्या होने दो या नहीं होने दो. You are the young people, you should be aware. So I was talking, taxation and subsidy, they are the two instruments by which government is allocating the resources. Taxation कम करने पर people will be happy. Subsidy ज़्यादा करने पर people will be happy. So government has to decide whether to change the tax or whether to change the subsidy. That is the meaning of first one, optimum allocation of resources. So optimum का meaning क्या है? Optimum means best. Resources का best use होना चाहिए. How the resources का best? Only through the budget. So remember, budget preparation is a very, very rather significant job. आप डिसाइड करेगा कितना सब्सिडी बढ़ाएगा, कितना सब्सिडी कम करेगा, कितना टैक्स इंक्रीज करेगा, कितना टैक्स डिक्रीज करेगा. एक साइड पर टैक्स इंक्रीज करने पर one group is unhappy. दूसरा साइड में टैक्स डिक्रीज करने पर that group is happy, but the first group is unhappy. So finance minister has to see that all the people are taken at the same time. So the very only one objective I have discussed, optimum allocation of resources. Today I will share this Xerox image of this because it's a very good question. Whose book is this? You can take the book.